From Neural Newscast, this is Prime Cyber Insights, intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.
Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. Reporting from the briefing room on July 16th, 2026, we are analyzing a pivotal shift in the ransomware landscape, the decline of vulnerability exploits in favor of identity-driven attacks.
Our lead story today comes from the Sophos State of Ransomware 2026 report. It confirms that malicious email and phishing now represent 50% of all ransomware root causes, finally overtaking software vulnerabilities, which have dropped to just 18%. Aaron, the most startling figure for practitioners is the 97% MFA deployment rate in credential-based attacks that still resulted in a breach.
Exactly, Lauren. That number suggests two things. Either MFA isn't being applied universally across all system access points, or attackers have standardized their bypass techniques. It reinforces why we're seeing such a heavy industry push toward identity threat detection and response, or ITDR. Patching is no longer enough when the front door is being opened with legitimate, albeit stolen, credentials.
The speed of these attacks is also intensifying. We're tracking a new Rust-based ransomware called Spirals, which recently compromised an IT services firm in South Asia. According to Symantec, the actors moved from initial access via an exposed IIS server to full data encryption in less than 24 hours. They even used bitsadmin.exe to masquerade as legitimate Windows utilities during the payload deployment.
Transitioning to physical supply chain impacts, we're watching a significant incident in Japan. Nichirei Group, a major cold chain logistics provider, confirmed a cyber attack that has crippled their refrigerated warehouse operations. This has hit KFC Japan hard, Lauren. The company has had to suspend online orders and is warning of potential store closures due to ingredient shortages.
It's a textbook example of how a single logistics failure cascades into retail downtime. On the enforcement side, there is finally closure for the 2024 Transport for London hack. Today, two members of the Scattered Spider Collective, Thalha Jubair and Owen Flowers, were each sentenced to 5 years and 6 months in prison. The UK National Crime Agency noted the hack caused £29 million in direct losses, but could have cost the broader economy billions. The Scattered Spider sentencing coincides with another major disruption in Spain. National police there just broke up a massive cyber fraud ring involving over 70 individuals and 800 bank accounts. They managed to steal 140 million euros through CEO impersonation and social engineering. It is a reminder of the scale at which these mule herder networks operate to launder illicit funds through shell companies. Let's look at the technical tradecraft being used in Southeast Asia. Kaspersky has released a report on the GoSerpent backdoor targeting government and diplomatic entities. This isn't a single tool, Aaron. It's a modular ecosystem. They use a file collector called Thumbcache Service that specifically targets .doc and .pdf extensions, then stores them in a local database for later exfiltration.
Lauren, what stood out to me was the use of the stowaway proxy tool for the second stage of the attack. It allows for reverse tunneling and SOC 5 proxying, making the infection incredibly stealthy. They even use legitimate hosting providers like Alibaba Cloud for their command and control infrastructure to blend in with normal traffic. It is highly organized, persistent, and clearly focused on long-term intelligence gathering.
Finally, an update on the 2025 Qantas breach. Australia's Privacy Commissioner found that the carrier did not breach its privacy obligations, despite 5.7 million customer records being siphoned. The investigation revealed a sophisticated tech support scam where a fraudster claiming to be Qantas IT tricked a contact center agent into connecting a CRM to a data extraction tool. The regulator ruled that Qantas had taken reasonable steps, including regular audits and role-based controls.
It is a controversial finding for many, but it highlights the limits of traditional controls against high-level social engineering. That concludes our briefing. For more resources, visit pci.neuralnewscast.com.
Thank you for joining us in the briefing room. As a required reminder, the analysis provided here is for informational purposes and does not constitute professional advice. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Prime Cyber Insights on Neural Newscast, intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.